The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Boys, I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself, you know what I ought to do? I ought to play Metroid. And then a few minutes later, I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, you know, if I did play Metroid, I reckon I could let that crowd on the internet join me from the future. So, how are y'all doing in the future where this video is being watched, son? Is it quite the era to live in? I like to think the Tenfey historians in like the 24th century will uncover this video. And life will be so odd, but normal to them. It's all a matter of perspective. Okay, so we've got to kill Mother Brain, and we've got to kill the life form known as the Metroid. Do you know what a Metroid is, son? Are you familiar with it as a concept? Metroiding, he, she, Metroid. Apparently the name comes from combining Metro with Android. Metro being like the metro system where trains go. Boys, I didn't realize I was going to have to give like a Japanese English dissertation. But they're like these jellyfish things that grab a hold of you and suck a life out of you. It's terrible. Awful things, son. I wonder if there are Metroid conservationists out there, because if they are, my God. You've picked something that was designed only to hate. Could you imagine a Metroid showing love? Some sort of maternal love? I don't believe it's possible. So it's a good thing this is being filmed in 1980, son. And this is the only Metroid game. And I'll never have to eat those words. But in all seriousness, this fucking game, my God. I had this game as a kid. Spoilers, I never beat it until... I don't think I beat it legitimately until I had access to GameFAQs at some point, until the internets, until Jones, what is that called? Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Storage. Son, he got them internets going. But it's rough. Yeah, you're probably watching, and I actually somewhat know where I'm going if it looks like madness. You know, I played this game once for the Tenfey channel for the 12 Days of Samus. I might be so bold as to say it was more than likely the first day of the 12 Days of Samus. And I can't recall a single thing I said. It can't possibly be anything like what I'm talking about right now. Because in the 9 years since that shit was filmed, I believe I've deteriorated quite significantly. Now, we're very limited in attack options at the beginning of Metroid, son. Samus does not start out hardy and strong, son. You gotta earn that shit. You don't just get handed the Shine Spark and the Screw Attack and the Murder Beam. That's not even regulation, boys. If the Chief of Tenfey found out I was using the Murder Beam glitch, boys, there'd be hell to pay. He'd be yelling at me as we walked out the building at 5 p.m. and we were clocking in at 8 the next morning. He'd just start mid-sentence where he stopped. So the man could turn on and off like a light switch. Never seen anything like it. Anyway, I'll try to keep you all up to date on what we're doing as we go through the game, son. I'll try to be like the color commentator. But We needed missiles. We just got a missile pack. That's that little thing in the little glass dish that looks like it should be in a museum. Like Indiana Jones, every time Samus tries to upgrade her missiles, Indiana Jones swoops in and fucking grabs that shit with his whip. And is like, it belongs in a museum, and runs off with it. And Samus is like, I ain't never gonna get more than 5 fucking missiles. Because of that, man. But anyway, you'll see these doors that we're shooting and they go boop. See, I'm glad he repeated it for me. Blue doors are good. You can just shoot a blue door with just about anything and it'll open, son. But if we come across a red door, whew, boys howdy. If I was your Zabez door mechanic and you like came in, I'm like, what's the problem? And you're like, I can't get this damn door open. And like you showed it to me and it was red, I'd be like, boys, this is a tough one. Now I'm going to have to order you 5 missiles. And apparently they're real hard to find now due to something to do with Harrison Ford and some feller named Seamus or something. I don't know. Anyway, you need 5 missiles to open a door. Also, Samus turns. Look at these cool neon highlights. Son, the aesthetic of Cyberpunk 2077 ripped it off from this game. Son, Keanu Reeves owes Samus Aran an apology. Or is it Gunpei Yokoi? I believe he worked on this game. Is he going to be my game developer that I rant and rave at that every Tenfey video requires? I believe the man invented the Game Boy, son. Talk about a legacy. Okay. Oh, what we just got was the long beam. And long beam is long, as you can see. It goes across the whole screen. Fucking Samus calls herself a professional bounty hunter and her gun only shot like 6 feet in front of her. My God, with my arm span, I could just like push her back with my hand on her helmet visor and she'd be swinging at me like a munchkin cat. Anyway, now that we have long beam, we need bombs. Some bombs to use in quite the wise manner, son. Just to make certain other Nintendo characters happy. I'm glad that we brought back use bombs wisely as like part of the Tenfey like current zeitgeist. It's been a while. It's probably been around the time I recorded the 12 Days of Samus. Boys, the holidays are coming up, y'all. You gotta watch the 12 Days of Samus. It was a good time. I'd go so far as to say it's the best of the 12 Day series. Those being 12 Days of Mario, 12 Days of Link, 12 Days of Samus, and then the underdog, 12 Days of Sonic. The underhog, I should say. You little fucking thinkotim, if I had good weapons. I'm like Homer Simpson trying to get that gun, and the guy told him he had to wait 5 days, and Homer's like, ooh, if I had my gun. The Cartridge Family, I believe is the name of the episode. Back when The Simpsons was good. Remember when The Simpsons was good? The Simpsons and Metroid. There's some sort of correlation. Like The Simpsons premiered in 1989. Metroid probably came out in like, I mean, it was the 80s. I'm sure Ronald Reagan played Metroid at least a little bit. He's like, well, Nancy, I can't find ice beam. Mr. Ridley, tear down this wall. I don't know how to go from there. I may have salted the earth with that Ronald Reagan impression. And E-Tanks. She loved E-Tanks and she hated water. With an E-Tank, if you look at the top of the screen now, not only do I have 99 energy, I have a little square. And that square represents, I believe, 100 energy. Now, we can get a max of 6 of them fucking things, but there's more than 6 in the game. So, if you have 6 and you pick another one up, it just refills all of your energy. Son, you're learning the most. I bet you didn't know half the shit I'm telling you about Metroid right now. How many of you, raise your hands, how many of y'all actually played original Metroid? You can't beat it without some... Well, I guess if you take long enough, you could get through it without some kind of guide. But it'd be fucking tough. Now, we need 5 missiles, and you'll notice no missiles have dropped. This is another problem people have with the original Metroid is, it's so random, the RNG. I want that. Ooh, now I just need one more. Oh, look at that. I talked shit about the game. The Ghost of Gunpei Yokoi showed up. He's like, it's your boy Yokoi. Talking shit about the drop rate in my fucking Metroid. Get that shit out of here. Gunpei fucking Yokoi out, and he'd throw an original Game Boy through the window. If that fucking thing hit me, I'd go in a coma, son. The thing was a brick. And you couldn't destroy it. There's a very famous one that's at some museum that like got blown up in Operation Desert Storm, and it still works. Saddam Hussein still seething in hell that he couldn't stop that Game Boy from working. He's probably also not happy about them Hot Shots movies. He's not portrayed very favorably in them. Okay, we got bombs and shit, son. We're like if Peppy Hare took over the LAPD. We got wisely used bombs and shit. So bombs let us roll into a ball, blow shit up. Ah, the red ones are hardy. Advanced techniques involve using bombs. And look, we can kill the little fellers on the floor. Killing fellers on the floor. I hope that don't make you feel bored. I didn't really rhyme. A lot of poetic license in that flowers on the wall cover I just threw out. Now this music we're hearing right now is genuinely creepy. When I played this game as a kid, like, you didn't know what the hell was going to happen. There's something behind one of them bushes. Is there a Metroid behind that bush? I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell a Metroid was. I didn't have the instruction manual. I got this game like secondhand. Boys, talk about a confused young'un. No wonder I play Super Mario Brothers so much. That's a game right there. You just go right. You can't go wrong as long as you're going right. Now, here's what the game wants us to do. Oh, you'll note we got a graphical glitch. Even though I'm playing this on the NES Classic, spoilers, we can still replicate original hardware glitches. Now, see, when I was a kid, I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I'd be calling the Nintendo hotline, fucking throwing mom's credit cards at them, son, trying to get them to explain the lore of this. I like to think a prototypical Vadi Vidya was the counselor, and he was just making up lore as fast as he could. The only problem is I'm fairly certain I'm like at least 10 years older than him. Anyway, it wants us to backtrack to one of those little corridors we've been through recently, because we can bomb a hole in the floor and get the ice beam. Well, I don't want the ice beam right now. I don't much care for it. If we had the ice beam, our shots would freeze enemies, which let you jump on them. That's the point right here. But I don't like it because the way it works when you're trying to kill an enemy is the first shot freezes it, the second shot unfreezes it and damages it. So you literally have to shoot every enemy twice as much. Plus, there's a superior beam called the wave beam, tucked away in the corner of fucking somewhere in the corner of Norfair, somewhere near Ridley. That piece of shit. Well, not really. It's in the area. But you can't have both beams at the same time. This ain't Super Metroid, son. You got to choose your beams. So what we're going to do is use an advanced technique, son. But it could fuck everything up, so you're going to have to pray for me. But the technique in question is called the door jump, or door hop. Now see, we're in the wall. Just like if Mike Stacklasa wrote the plot of this game, we're Samus Aran in the walls. And every time we go into a ball and unball, we go up a little bit. And when we get near the top of the screen, if we mash jump, we can scroll the screen. I told you this shit was advanced. You think little fucking 5-year-old Tenfey back in the 80s knew about this shit, son? I was just trying to figure out how the hell the light bright worked, son. And somebody brought an Electronic Simon game in, and I didn't wake up till fucking Bush was in office. But regardless, wait, does that joke work? I don't fucking know. Anyway, the problem is if we don't unball quick enough, you're stuck in the wall and you've got to reset. Son, it's tragic. When the Bee Gees sung a tragedy, I'd like to think at least one of them was a Metroid player. Pretty sure that song's from like the 70s. But what the hell do I know? But yeah, I'm doing all of this just because I don't feel like dealing with the ice beam. Now, I'm not going to exploit this the whole game, because you can do all kinds of shit. Like, if you watch a speed run of this game that allows this trick, one of the categories, son, the TAS uses this to go straight down into Kraid's hideout at the beginning and just It's ridiculous. You gotta watch it. Slightly, you just probably would have beat the game 4 times at the point I'm at in this playthrough, but what can you do? Tenfey is about quality, not quantity. Everybody already knows it. You can't mass produce Tenfey. You can't manufacture it, son. It doesn't work on that scale. No, I was so close. So close. Why did this happen? Okay. We have to use a secondary advanced technique. When you're in the air as a ball, you can unmorph, and for a brief period, if you didn't press any other inputs, you can jump. And I believe we can do it. If I do it just right, I'll land on that platform, and the run will be saved. And if not, I'll just delete the entire Tenfey channel, son. I'd say it's a good compromise. It's just that easy. Boys, didn't know you were watching a bona fide Metroid master. I hope to God y'all were drinking some sort of frothy beverage or sucking down a big thing of hot soba noodles or something, son, and spewed that shit everywhere like the Exorcist. Good times. No, my hands aren't trembling and I'm not a nervous fucking wreck. That's just the microphone causing a slight warble in my voice. Ooh, you didn't expect me to jump over that bug. Look, a second E-Tank already. We're practically unkillable. To tell you the truth. Son. It would take a powerful man or a powerful space dragon to kill us now. Now look, you're like, well, good fucking job, Tenfey. You secrets broke up that shaft and ran into a dead end and you fucking deserve it. Boys, this feller is angry at me. This indignant fucking cowboy apparently is gonna do some fucking prairie justice. But no, you just is this the one where you jump? I know what the hell I'm doing, goddammit. It's so easy. The kids, have I mentioned recently that the kids, no, you can actually get up here. Like, I'm not. There we go. Okay, that's the one where that fucking thing is, where you can just jump up. For a second, even I doubted I knew what I was talking about. That's when it gets real scary on the Tenfey channel. I like you spawn camping me, you piece of shit. I'm friends with the admin. I'm gonna get you banned from the server, son. Gunpei Yokoi is the admin. And I'm gonna be on fucking AOL Messenger being like, you got to ban fucking Big Skeeter 69 or whatever the hell that thing is. That's his screen name. If you don't take the power up, they won't keep spawning. It's something to do, Buddha, some sort of Buddhist lesson, I'd like to think. Oh, if I had the wave beam. Boys, I'd be strong and powerful. These little things are like sea cucumbers that fly around and run into you. I was going to say bite you, but they don't even do that. Alright, we're in another secret chamber. So here's the thing about this secret chamber. Don't pay any attention to the zoomer at the bottom. Those things are actually called zoomers. I didn't even think about it, son. Okay, so up here is an important item that we've got to have. But the problem is, it's in that door, and they've put this fucking fuck you pit here. And what Gunpei Yokoi wanted you to do is to go all the way down to Norfair and get the high jump boots. Or if you wanted the sequence break and you had the ice beam, you can shoot that hole that we just came up and hope that little fucking flying cucumber thing comes up here and freeze it and jump on it. But we're too good for that. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We could do a cool bomb jump, which I've done before, but I don't know how many times y'all want to watch me attempt. And if I fuck that up too much, we can go down there and do one more of them little door jumps up there real quick, you know. Gunpei Yokoi's guys, they ain't got to know about that. We'll just keep that down. So the way we're going to do our cool bomb jump is boom. Okay. I believe I know what I'm doing. Somewhat. Or is it like... No. Okay, come on, man. Come on. Don't look bad at games on the internet. What do the cool kids think? They're like, hey loser, we heard you tried to sequence break the various suit. What, you had to use a door jump? I'm like, no. Idiot. I used an advanced technique. I don't know if I can do this. I haven't recently looked up a guide on how to do this. I'm trying to do it by memory. No, this is enough. I won't put you people through that. Now we get the tedious process of bombing this because you can't shoot down. So Samus Aran, She's like a modern comedian, son. She knows you can never shoot down. You always got to shoot up. Close on me, Door-chan. What are we gonna do in the open doorway, Door-chan? Okay, ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah, ee. All things considering, this should be the only other time I need to do this to keep my weird no ice beam integrity. Now, we have to get the ice beam before the end of the game. Technically, we don't have to, but you can't kill Metroids without an ice beam. And I'm not good enough to run past the Metroids. This isn't Dark Souls. You can't just run past the Metroids and hope that there's like a lever you can pull that gives you high frames or a boss fog. If we get invaded by Dark Spirits, son, we're ruined. I'm going to have to pull the Ethernet out of the NES Classic. Son, that's how you fight invaders. Alright. Cool. Okay, we did it. Now, you might have heard me say earlier when I was pretending to be the cool kids at school, making fun of you. The phrase, Varia suit. So, what they actually meant it to be is barrier suit. But in Japanese to English translations, a lot of times B and V can get mixed up. Kind of like R and L. That's why Vegeta is so often referred to as Vegeta when you're watching the Japanese version. But anyway, so whoever localized this game, instead of making it barrier, they saw something that looked like a cool sci-fi term. So that's how you get various suit. We're still so cool when we light up. Daft Punk! You know Daft Punk ripped that off. The guys at Daft Punk were trying to come up with a gimmick, and one of them was playing Metroid, and they fucking hit it off, and they wrote Discovery that fucking day. Look at that fucking thing. We're going to get satellite TV, too. We can watch Skinamax and West Coast Skinamax, boys, just in case you missed all the good bits the first time. Now, I hope you don't mind the color palette shift, but we're going to be this color the rest of the game. But we take half damage. Good for us. Oh, and look at this cool shit when we turn Hotline Miami when we activate the missiles. Definitely an upgrade. Okay. Oh, you think I can't get you, but I got bombs and shit, boys. My boy Peppy Hair. No, Peppy, I didn't do it wisely. I was such a fool. One missile will fucking blat them things, but I'm trying to build up missiles. Now, we're going to need a lot of missiles. Like, even more missiles than Megas XLR can shoot after Coop modified it. If you can believe it. Remember Megas XLR? I like to think that's canon to the Metroid universe. You can't say they're not. Okay. We've become quite powerful. And we ain't even been to our first sub-area. We're still in Brinstar. But we're getting there. Get the hell away from me, little fucking thing. Fuck, creep me out. So this area we're going through right now, we could have technically run all the way around back to the gold shaft, if you remember the gold shaft reason we were in earlier, and come around the other side and done all this shit, but I didn't feel like doing that, so I just, threw away all of the run's integrity. Son, I was like Dio. Somebody do a terrible Photoshop job of Dio, and instead of the stone mask, he's holding an NES Classic hooked up to a TV, and he's about to do the door trick I did, and he's like, I've thrown away my integrity, JoJo. And Jonathan Joestar's like, Dio, no, Twin Galaxies won't accept the run now. Speedwagon would be a Twin Galaxies a Speed Demos archive verifier. If he was at Games Done Quick and one of them event things happened that's quote-unquote never happened before, that's so common in those speed runs, he would be like, even I, Speedwagon, have never seen this happen before. Okay, we could either go to Kraid or we can go to Ridley, and I'm going to say we're going to engage Ridley, motherfucker. Ooh, remind me of that later. I'll show you where that comes from. But if we head down to Norfair, which is like the more fiery region, more lava-like. If you watched Tenfey a long time, you've watched me play most of Super Metroid during 12 Days of Samus. And you've watched Garrett play Metroid Prime while me and Noah said words behind. And there's an area in that game that has the music of North. Well, no, it's not even this game's Northfair thing. Where am I fucking going? I just looked at the screen. God damn it. I was supposed to fall further down the shaft. That's just like Samus. She never goes far enough down the shaft. I keep telling her. I'm like, look, I know you're a career-minded independent bounty hunter, but if you're not willing to go all the way down the shaft, boys, I don't know if you're going to make it to the end. Okay. Now we're back on track. If I was at Game Sound Quick, that would be one of them things that never happened before. Going completely the wrong direction. Our survivability, like, you're so vulnerable in this game. I'd like to think the beginning of the game is like a metaphor for when a crab molts its shell. At the very beginning of this game, Samus is a soft-shelled crab, son. And she's at risk of being fried and put between two pieces of loaf bread and being fucking delicious. Boys, a soft-shelled crab sandwich, talk about a delight. I hope wherever you live, you have access to a soft-shelled crab sandwich, son, because you're going to have a good time. But anyway, and as we go further, you know, we've already, due to, you know, a little bit of, not really sequence breaking, because if we'd have got the ice beam, we wouldn't have done any of that shit. It wasn't a sequence break, it was a sequence altering. Anyway, it's going to take a lot more to kill us. It's good. I like it. I'm just running into enemies now for fun. Oh boy, spooky elevator times. I just wanted to see if there was a super missile block there. Gee whiz. Look, you can turn cool in the elevator. Upper Norfair. What a fucking mess this place is. I hate coming to this fucking place. It's like that Calvin and Hobbes comic where Calvin's subconscious is picking out his dreams for the night, and it's represented as a bunch of like little Calvin dudes inside like some sort of like industrial plant, and they're all wearing like hard hats and shit, and they're wading through like the muck and mire to find film reels of memories to patch together for Calvin's dream. And at the end, when he wakes up, he's like, I had so many strange dreams. What could it mean? I fucking love Calvin and Hobbes. God, what a good comic. Calvin and Hobbes is the greatest artistic work of the 20th century. So, and I say that with full confidence. So I don't care how many fucking cans of fucking Campbell's soup Andy Warhol could paint. It's not better than Calvin and Hobbes. Salvador Dali, I love the man. Well, I don't know him personally. He might be a huge deal, but I like some of his work. If I could have one art print of an actual art, not the kind of art I have hanging in my room of certain nature, but I believe that I would get a print of Salvador Dali's dream interrupted by the flight of a bee around a pomegranate, I think it's called. It's the one where there's a lady laying on a rock, and she's naked, but it's not the reason I like the picture. Boys, we're in one of them item rooms, but it's a dangerous item room. There's like lava sea fish. Sea fish? Lava seahorses. But anyway, I like that painting because I like things involving like dreams and sleep and like lucid dreams and being right on the edge of waking up. But apparently what's happening is the lady, his muse, I don't remember her name, I read it on Wikipedia once, that Salvador Dali liked to draw, usually naked. She was sunbathing nude on some rocks in, I assume, Spain. That sounds like the kind of place Salvador Dali would be from. But anyway, she, and apparently there was a bee nearby flying around like a pomegranate, and it stung her and woke her up. And the way her subconscious interprets that in the dream that the painting depicts is like a fish coming up. They're like near the sea, and there's like a fish flying towards her, and coming out of that like fish's mouth is another fish, and then coming out of that fish's mouth is a tiger, and then coming out of that tiger's mouth is a rifle with a bayonet on it, and it's like just about to pierce her arm where she got stung. I'm genuinely trying to remember this painting. Alright, let's think, where the hell am I? I'm headed down to engage Ridley, but there was things I wanted to do before that, I believe. Let me see if there's a scary monster elevator in here, then we're where I think we are. Okay, yeah. Ooh, the double scary-headed monster, son. Mark Rutsu himself wouldn't take it on. Not unless he could clutch the grenade launcher. You fucking things are lovely. I always called them, they look like hawk heads that are like leaving behind a flame trail, like a 50s hot rod. That's how I always imagined them enemies as a kid. No, we gotta go back, because I've missed the good shit. And I means to have the good shit. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I was so busy running my fucking mouth that when I was back there getting the fucking high jump, did I even mention the high jump boots? What have I been talking about this whole time? This fucking thing's pissing me off. Fucking eyeball eggs. This place is awful. How much did they pay Samus to come here and deal with this shit? Because it wasn't enough. Okay. Doesn't the Galactic Federation have like, you know, soldiers or an army they could send here? They're like, yeah, but they can't all get power-ups. Like, oh, that's true. Got a good point. Blah. Damn it, I fell all the way down here like an idiot. Yeah, in the room where you get the... Oh, God damn it, the high jump boots. There's a secret. A secret hole in the floor. So nothing bad's ever happened in a secret floor hole. There's a whole strong bad email about him cutting a hole in his floor. And it very humorously takes place in the basement where he and the Chief fail. And all you see are their eyeballs. I believe we're going to have to pull more of my non-ice beam shenanigans. Yep, I remember this room. Alright, get rid of this fucking bouncy ball thing. Alright, so normally you can't jump that high. But what we're going to do is use advanced bomb jumping. And we'll eventually be able to get up there. This is an easier trick because you can just like mash your way through it. Like right there, if I'd have had the wherewithal. Bomb jumping in this game is much harder than Super Metroid. You just got to kind of mash and pray. See, if I'd have timed that one better, we'd have made it. It's all worth it. There's even a second ice beam down here in Norfair I could go get right now, but I won't do it. Not until... I'm like reverse Charleston Heston with the ice beam. I'm like, you'll have to put that ice beam in my cold, dead hands. Which would be appropriate because, you know, it's an ice beam. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's probably a way to time this that involves less actions than we're having. I think it's like boom, boom, boom. No, that wasn't it. I boom, boomed when I should have bam, bam, bammed. I've done this at least once, so I'm like the safety not guaranteed guy. Looking for someone to sequence break Norfair with no ice beam. Must bring your own various suit. I've only done this once before. At least y'all get to hear that cool music in the background while I'm doing it, son. Y'all are spoiled. So. Oh no, you had it! You had it, you squandered it! Oh, me. Damn it, why didn't the jump come out when I wanted it to? Son. Poor Eddie Van Halen, son. All he tried to do was get me to jump, and I was fighting him every step of the way. I'm just mashing B, in case you can see that right there would have been a prime opportunity. This seems so much easier when you all weren't watching me do it. So close. Okay. We gotta time that fucking screaming eagle thing, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be. Oh, we were right there! Samus, sweetheart, honey, you couldn't put your hand out? This is where you're like, it wasn't until the Metroid Metroid Zero Mission remake that Samus got the power grip item. Indeed. The worst part is I did this in like, oh, that should have fucking, come on now, Your Honor. Your Honor! I'm just a humble YouTube man trying to make a living, and by that I mean entertain a couple people. Look at that, it was so fucking easy. God, I hope Mark Russo won. We gotta do it again now. Okay, let's use the lessons we learned. First of all, we ain't got to worry about that hawk head thing, as I call it, so we're gold in that front. Yeah, the secret is to unmorph. Son, it's like it's like bad advice you would give the Power Rangers. They're like, have you tried unmorphing? Now, when Rita Repulsa throws that stick from the fucking moon and makes her monster real big, have you ever thought about not getting into Megazords? Just saying. A little bit dishonorable to make a bunch of robot dinosaurs combine into a man with a sword. I didn't know that's how they did things. And, where were they from? Sunnydale or some shit? Or is that the town from Buffy the Vampire Slayer? There's no way to know the truth. Oh, if only I could door jump my way through this. Now that should have gone. Come on. Gee whiz. Come on, Ralphie. I'm little Flick from A Christmas Story. So I'm with my tongue stuck to that metal pole. Trying to do the sequence break in fucking Metroid on the NES. It's going to be a long portion of the runtime of this video. I hate to be the one to tell you all this. I'm genuinely wearing my hands out. That's not good. We ain't even engaged Ridley. Oh, come on. Alright, let's do a little bit more B mashing to get us back in our groove. Okay, so when you're doing this later perfectly, presumably when your hot girlfriends are watching, you want to, like, have a bomb slightly higher and unmorph beforehand, and its explosion will drag Samus up the wall just a little bit. And then you can do it. I need some of my purple monster. You may hear ice jostling in a plastic cup, and that's because I decided to make my purple monster dangerous and mixed it with ice and vodka. But in my defense, I'm recording this 9:30 at night. So, on a Friday night, too. Can you believe this? If this goes up on Saturday, tomorrow, November the 21st, you gotta let me know what you were doing that Friday night, son. And if Sonic the Hedgehog would be able to lounge back and make fun of you for it. It's one of them memes. Okay, we want missiles, and these little, they look like knight helmets that have wings on the side of them. Boom. Bop. Beep. Do we have 10 missiles? Have we not picked up more than 2 missile packs? There were a lot of optional ones in Upper Norfair, and I just didn't feel like dealing with them. They're such a pain in the ass. That thing's just a ball that bounces around. How did that fucking evolve? Look at that thing and tell me there's a god. Okay, now the secret of this room is that the ceiling is a lie. The ceiling is a myth. Always has been. And now we're in another spooky item room with more lava seahorses. Oh, good job knocking me in the lava. Employee of the fucking month. Oh, Mother Brain shows up with a terrible grocery store bought sheet cake to congratulate you. That right there, boom, is the screw attack. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking. But no, it makes Samus turn into a fucking corkscrew of hell death when she jumps. And you're like, I don't know why the two things had to be mutually exclusive. Ah, the good times. Alright, we're getting ever so closer to being good enough and strong enough to kill Ridley, Kraid, and Mother Brain. And the Metroids along the way. Just because the true friends, it's the Metroids we killed along the way. I believe there's a... Yep. See, you think there's only one secret and lie in this room, but there's always more secrets, and there's always more lies in Zebas. Alright, jelly blob monsters, you think you're fucking... Oh wait, I could fucking screw attack y'all! Screw y'all. I'm screwed. That's why it's called the screw attack. You're like, fucking screw you. Basically, we kill almost anything, at least amongst the regular enemies, the rabble-rousers, the peanut gallery. If Waldorf and Statler were up there like, ho-ho-hoing, ha-ha-hing at us, son, Samus would just come flying up towards that balcony. Ugh. Alright, this room you might think, well, Tenfey, you gotta go up. No. You go down through the fake lava. Mother Brain herself put fake lava. No, wait, this is Norfair, so it had to be Ridley. Ridley he goes to the joke store, the Zevez novelty gag store, and buys that fucking fake rubber lava and thinks it's the funniest fucking joke. Now, the downside of the screw attack is you gotta have room to screw. But, so by that I mean there's two types of jumps. Samus can either just jump, and then you can wiggle and wobble back and forth. Very professional. But if you're already pressing a direction when you jump, she somersaults. And somersaulting leads to screw attacking. That's my pamphlet I handed out at Vacation Bible School. So, somersaulting leads to screw attacking. Son. Okay. Boom. Whop. Are there more secrets in the floor here? There's always more secrets in the floor. So, the door in the floor, you can see some more. Are y'all familiar with that? It's a song I remember from hearing in grade school. And it's set to the tune of that do 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 do, or as I always called it, the Cleopatra song. But the lyrics to the song set to that tune, I'm not going to sing it. I'm going to speak them, and you imagine they're going to that tune. But the song goes as follows. There's a place in France where the naked women dance. There's a hole in the wall where you can see it all. And there's a door in the floor where you can see some more. Now, when I heard that song as a kid, I just thought it was funny because I was like, haha, they don't have clothes on and they're dancing. That's silly and dumb. It wasn't until later I was like, oh, I believe there might have been a theme to the place in France where the naked ladies dance. By the way, screw attacks destroy hawk heads, boys. I'm telling you. It's the reason Samus and Falco stopped dating. Boys, that's a good on-brand Nintendo joke, son. Alright, we've almost got everything we want. All that we want is another wave beam. Then we're going tomorrow. Okay, this fucking place, I like to think Gunpei Yokoi put this in here. Ya boy Yokoi. I almost got that. This is the anti-Game Genie room. Because you'll notice way back when we were still in the blue shaft, I believe. I stated that I had never legitimately beat the game as a kid until I had Game Facts. And that's because I used to own a little device. I still do, technically. It's just the parts of it broke off. But a little thing known as the Game Genie. And just like Shaquille O'Neal's song, it could make any of your dreams come true. And one of them dreams in Metroid was infinite energy. I learned the definition of the word infinite because of this game. Because I remember I had the Game Genie code book, and I was looking at the Metroid codes, and I saw one, and it was a word I'd never seen before. And I took the code book to my mom, God bless her heart, and I said, Mom, what does infinite mean? And she was like, Benjamin, honey, it means it doesn't run out. I had the only younger, doesn't know what infinite means, son. Oh, by the way, we just got the wave beam. So look how cool this shit is. It goes woo, woo, woo. It goes up and down and all around. It's like a yo-yo ball, except it just never comes back. But you can shoot infinite of them. It's like an infinite yo-yo ball. Now, some hawk heads are indestructible. That's Falco after he went back to that surgeon that gave him them metal legs and was like, hey, Doc, I got another body part I need grafted on. Oh, these are such good. Fucking Sam. What do you call a Samus Falco? Samco or Falcamus? Y'all can argue about it in the comments. Anyway, if you fall down in one of them fucking things there and you got a Game Genie slapped on this fucking thing and you can't die, well, guess where your ass is staying forever, son. Eventually, Samus stopped thinking, son. Thanks to Gunpei Yokoi. Gunpei Yokoi was Joseph Joestar. Fucking knocking Samus into that pit. So I did not expect all these. Look, every Tenfey video is like a discovery for y'all, but it is for me too. I don't know what's going to happen when I sit down to record a Tenfey video, other than being bad at video games. And other than potentially having a good time. I'll just walk through the lava. I don't give a shit. I got the various suit. Look, I love it. I'm going to go back and get this missile. Feel a slight ting. Oh, wait, I forgot. You're blinky. Okay, we got it. You're blinky when you first come out of the lava, and so you go through the power-ups because Gunpei Yokoi decided that when you're hurt and blinky is when you should not be able to pick up energy. Anyway, this beam is more powerful. It's more faster. Somewhat, relatively. And because it weeble wobbles, you can hit more shit, including things crawling on the ground. If Solid Snake comes crawling at you like the on his belly, like the snake he is. Okay, that's right, we gotta go through the fake vomit. This would have if Vulcan Raven had this fucking thing, he'd still be alive. Anyway. This is the most aggravating part, is having to perfectly time your shit. Alright, we could finally go engage Ridley. Motherfucker. I'm not just saying that to be crude, it's a thing. You're gonna see, it's gonna be like how everybody was so ashamed of what they thought about Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5. But Kojima humbled them. Son. Kojima was like, you will be ashamed for not beating off to Quiet once you learn her tragic story. Spoiler, she breathes through her skin like a frog. Do y'all know who Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5 is? Ah, the good times. Wonder if Deer Force worked on this game. They're the fellers what made, I didn't jump over any fucking infested tonsils. Full of tonsil stones. Tonsil stones were one of those things as a kid that I didn't know what the hell they were. And I was like too afraid to ask anybody. So I just like went most of my life thinking it was only me. And then later I looked them up and I was like, oh, okay. Everyone else is fucked up too. That's going to be the name of my self-help book, son. Everyone else is fucked up too. It's true. You think there's one non-fucked up person in the world? Can't be done. As humans, we're cursed with the emotional baggage, son. It's the Dark Soul. The furtive pygmy gave it to us. Had to work Dark Souls into this video. Son. Lest the algorithm turn its eye away from me. Can you imagine if the algorithm supported Tenfey? There'd be a lot of confused fucking people. Most people can't handle Tenfey, son. There's a reason this shit never caught on. Please, dear God, tell me I'm headed vaguely back in the direction. Okay, yeah, I remember this shit, because this is where we did a bunch of sequence breaking. Now, see, if we'd have gotten the ice beam, we'd have played all the way up to there and gotten that wave beam, and then we'd have the wave beam. We'd lose the ice beam. It does respawn, though, in either of the two locations where you got it. And the same thing with the wave beam if you pick up the ice beam. Maybe someday I'll try beating the game without the... That was what I was fucking trying to do. I was somehow missing that thing over and over. Now, why do you need multiple bomb blocks in here? Once you get through the first one, you know they're just going to try to bomb anyone they come to. You're just wasting people's time. I think that's why Gunpei Yokoi made the Game Boy. To atone for how much he wasted people's time with fucking Metroid. He was like, fine, I'll give you the best handheld game system of all time to play on the bullet trains. My fellow Japanese. God. Gunpei Yokoi can't have nothing. That's a cool name. Okay. I think he was just a producer on this game, but if I can lay the Evil Within 2 sins solely at the feet of Todd Howard, a man who had no involvement other than working at the same company that made the game, then I believe y'all can give me this one concession. Or if I got to make up some fan fiction about how Hidetaka Miyazaki worked on this game too, just like he secretly did Zelda 2. Zelda... Is Metroid harder than Zelda 2? They're very different. So, first of all, Metroid's super fucking short. If, like, I wasn't floundering around like an asshole, we'd already beat the end of it. Okay, this place is genuinely unsettling. The first time I discovered this place, I was like, am I in hell? Ma, the infinite energy sent me to hell. And she's like, Benjamin, you shouldn't have played. You shouldn't have played God. Alright, one of these has a pit in it, but it also has an energy tank in it, so we'll know which one it is. Alright, this place would be a huge pain in the ass, but we got Screw Attack, boys. Cut to the infomercial where Samus is there in black and white, and she's trying to individually shoot these things. And it's like, are you tired of weird bouncing ball creatures? Taking too many regular shots to kill? And then cut to Screw Attack, and it's like Samus in full color, and she's got the biggest smile on her face. Well, under the helmet. They painted a smiley face on her helmet visor. And she's just Screw Attacking through this shit. Ah, you might think that I can't get in that little wide thing there. And you'd be pretty much 100% right. I don't believe I can. But there's another secret hole in the floor to get you past it. Gunpei Yokoi. Delightfully devilish Gunpei Yokoi. But what if I was to take tedious trial and error puzzle solving and substitute it as the game's own gameplay? Ho ho ho! Delightfully devilish, Gunpei Yokoi-san. Okay, we did it. We got past that shit. Ooh. Those things are awful too, but the Screw Attack cuts right through them, boys. I'm telling you, it's like the Ronco rotisserie. Alright, I want that E-Tank, son. I'm the lady from Napoleon Dynamite, the patron saint of Breath of the Wild. But if I remember correctly, not the square directly to the right of it, but the next two squares. Those next two squares are a pit. And if we fall down them, boys, talk about a fucking tantrum being thrown. So we're just not gonna fall down them. It's so easy to jump over. The kids do it all the time. Okay. Whew. Now we just got to do that one more time. Ooh, huh, eat. Ooh, huh, ooh. Yeah! Okay, we did it. Quite easy. So the kids at home, they didn't even bother. They started taking big swigs of their, like, Shasta Colas. Because they knew they would have no reason to spit them out. Because they were like, yeah, any fucking idiot can make that. What are you, special? Oh no, don't tell me that. I thought it would stop at where the exit hole is. Now I got to remember. Oh, remember that fucking thing? Okay, thank God. We picked the right quadrant. Ooh, when I Screw Attack, I'm invincible. You can't fucking touch me. Screw Attack in principle. Makes you wanna... No, I'm not gonna finish that. It's too crude. Not for a Tenfey channel, son. Not a wholesome Christian channel like the Tenfey channel. Woo-saw. Alright, now look, we've discovered new horrible things. Oh look, new fragmentation, or new images for my nightmares. How lovely. Boys, once you can Screw Attack, you just don't stop. I'm telling you. It's a huge barrier to adulthood, but once you've passed it, it ain't no thing. You're just like, yeah, whatever. I guess we'll Screw Attack, whatever. Son. Even though it's no Screw Attack September, I guess we could do it just this once. And even if we don't want to Screw Attack, we got Wave Beam. There's Portable Nut. Remember them squirrels what tried to sell PlayStation Portables? Good lord. Or will we ever get that? No, it was a moment in time. So we'll never have video game advertising like that again. Are there commercials for the PS5? I haven't watched fucking television in 2 or 3 years, so I don't know what the commercials are anymore. I'll have to look that up later. If it doesn't end in like a rap and a voice saying, your parents help you set it up, then I don't even care. PlayStation 5. Connected to your TV console. Your parents help you pay for fucking online services. Your parents' credit card helps you play. Alright. So, you might think this place is unsettling, but when we get to Kraid's lair, that's where it gets genuinely, like, chilly. Bone chilly. I accidentally did a mid-air jump. Did you see that? Could I replicate it? Ooh, they're so easy. I should just do these all the time. When I don't need to do it is the only time it's easy. It's like Kale in Mystery Men and how he was invisible but only when no one was looking at him. Mystery Men, the song that All-Star is known for. Oh yeah, we're with Ridley. Ridley, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm going to come over here all cool and Daft Punk. And I'm going to put these fucking missiles in you. Oh no, Ridley, son. Knocked me in the lava. Why do you have to push me away? Everyone knows that missiles are a chumps game. God, the fucking fake NES I'm playing this on can't fucking render the shit. Don't get knocked outside or he'll get his HP back. Alright, I just want to lay bombs. The thing about bombs in this game, using them wisely, they hit multiple times. So we could use a combination of them and putting this fucking wave beam in this motherfucker. Right in his asshole, son. Ooh! It's everyone's weak spot, including Space Dragons. The slowdown was actually helping us. No, they constantly knock you back. Oh, I'm close to you now. I think we can kill him, right? I got confidence in his kids. Oh, it's so easy. You'll notice we now have 83 missiles, and that's because for each of the 2 bosses you kill, you get 75 additional missiles. What a time. I like your pain in the ass to get to door. It takes more than 5 missiles, son. Ridley paid extra. Son, it's like when Marco asked to get a boot cut. when he was going to accept, what's his name, the guy in the chair as his overlord. Do you kids remember C-Lab 2021? Okay, so Ridley's love of fake lava continues, because he put some right here, so you'd be like, well, gosh, I guess the whole thing's fake lava. And then, no spoilers, there's real lava too. It's the opposite of that Batman the Animated Series episode where the Joker got, look at that cool blue. We unlocked Samus the Hedgehog. Oh, there's got to be a Samus the Hedgehog. That's not even a joke. You know, we all know that that's a thing. None of us even have to go look. We know that there's a Samus the Hedgehog. There's no getting around it. Anyway, the Joker, some mobster that hated him, died and left him a shitload of money. And the Joker was using it to, like, basically buy off the courts and shit. And, like, nobody could touch him because he weren't technically doing anything illegal. And Batman was so fucking pissed off. But then it turns out, when the IRS came for their cut, it turns out most of the money was fake. There was, like, a little bit of real money on top so that the Joker would get into trouble. What a time to be alive. He had to, like, go running to Batman to save him from the IRS. I'm not climbing out of this fucking place. We're going to use another advanced technique. You kids ever heard of up-A warping? Hey, Tenfey, we're going behind the bleachers after school to up-A warp. Are you going to join us? Or are you chicken? I don't know, guys. Your Koi-san, Gunface-sama said that we should backtrack all the way. So what happens is, a lot of these early games, Zelda 2 actually has this, but I never used it during the playthrough. Because it didn't seem useful, or I didn't think about it. It's one of those two. But anyway, regardless, it warps you to the entrance to whatever area you're in. But you'll notice we do pay a price, and that is our energy was once again reduced to the starting amount of 30. Like, you don't even start with 100 energy. So, we're the most vulnerable we've been in a while. Well, no, we got pretty low against Ridley, too. I've got Ridleys in low places. Sorry, I referenced Garth Brooks and had to wipe a tear out of my eye. But, as soon as we collect another energy tank, we'll get all that shit back. Don't you worry. Don't you be there like, Margie, where's Margaret? He had like 400 energy, threw it all away. Just to get back to the elevator 5 minutes quicker. Oh, jeez, I'm having conniptions here, Margaret. I brought my popular arguing video game resource monitoring husband and wife duo, Henry and Margaret, from my Evil Within 2 playthrough. They've made their way over. They've officially been established as Tenfey characters, son. Boys, what a privilege. Alright, that should be where we got the high jump boots earlier, right? Hold on. If I go in there and it's spooky technology, then that is what it is. Okay. Oh, idiot, there's a hole in the fucking ceiling. Remember, you're in Metroid. That's the name of the place. I think it was called Metroid, and Captain N, the Game Master, Mother Brain was the main antagonist. And spoilers, they portrayed her as like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. But regardless, they called it Planet Metroid. God bless their hearts. Those poor fucking 80s executives trying to keep their hearts going with all that cocaine and make a cartoon about video games that the kids would want to watch. Oh. Always feels so good after I fucking obliterate a hawk head with my screw attack. Oh yeah! Oh no. Ben, idiot, you can up a warp here too. It's such a time saver! One of the reasons I did this was because to get out of there, you legitimately have to have the ice beam, which is in that area. You can get it as well. Well, here I go, running all the way back to the beginning of Brinstar. Do. Just kidding. Feel free to enter my passwords and follow along. It's like the seeds in the Binding of Isaac. Alright. God, we're back at the beginning of the game, and look how much more powerful we've become. Let's take revenge on those that tormented us before. Like all mature adults. It's the Christian thing to do. Alright, so we need to go down there to get the Kraid's lair. Now, as soon as you get bombs, you could come here before, but you wouldn't have any of this nifty shit, like the high jump boots or the wave beam. So in Kraid's lair without the wave beam, boys, if you put a fucking I think that's one of the things Hercules had to do before Zeus would fucking let him come hang out on the weekends. Alright, sorry to give you all the silent treatment, but this music, genuine, the first time I discovered this area, first of all, spooky monster elevator, because this was the first sub-area I discovered. Well, I discovered Upper North Fair, but that's not really creepy, it's more like dreary. We gotta do a somewhat advanced jump. Actually, if we just use bombs wisely. Actually, no we don't, we can just come around this way. Oh, that's right, we're almost dead. Now we're not. But the music here is so fucking sinister, especially compared to like Brimstar's all upbeat, and it's like, oh boy, a space adventure. Alright. Wait, one of these is fake? Is it? Oh, god damn it. I want to be able to use those things being destroyed by the wave beam, so I don't have to constantly lay bombs. The ironic thing being, if I'd have just gone with it, I would have already been in there. No, I'm not even pressing jump. Why are you coming out of the morph ball? Because I'm pressing up by accident. That's why. It's the controller's fault, of course. Darkside Phil, he's the only one that truly understands what it's like to have it be the game's fault and not any of your own. I laid that bomb just fucking right, boys. Puffy hair. A tear in his eye. I'm telling you. You can get hit in the doors, by the way. It's horse shit. Alright, advanced technique time, baby. We've done so many already that this one is fairly simple. So, we need to get to that orange door. And normally they expect you to come from like down there and make an ice platform. And if we fall down there, we're going to have to backtrack or something. But I believe in us. The heart of the cards, Guy the Fierce Knight wouldn't guide us wrong. He only appears to those of true faith. Actually, it's really easy. I didn't even All I did was roll to the right and then mash the A. So even you kids at home can do it. It's that easy. I don't say that often either. Okay. You'll notice those things are a huge pain in the ass, but we've got wave beams and shit. Oh no. They're too powerful. Even my Varia suit and my screw attack was nothing. It availed me not. It's like the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Samus just fucking screw attacking albatrosses left and right. Alright, we gotta fall all the way down the shaft, boys. We've encountered so many color palette bugs. My god, the frame rate. Can I install more RAM in this NES Classic? Don't hit me in the door, cheating bastard. Look at this cool room. They give you an infinite spot to farm. It's almost like there's a chunky boy on the other side of that door that needs to be obliterated. Now, if you've only seen Super Metroid, you might be expecting Kraid to be quite big, but unfortunately in this game, he's just the little Kraid. Hey buddy, I'm going to use bomb techniques. In all seriousness, if you've got the HP to tank it, or the various suit to tank it, just lay bombs all over him, son. It ruins him. This bounty hunter discovered how to bomb reptile alien monsters to death, son. Space pirates hate her. Use this simple trick to kill mini bosses. Get 75 missiles. It's just that easy. And before you leave, you gotta get the energy tank. Now, this one's actually somewhat tricky to get because you've got to like unmorph or... They didn't make it simple. Hateful is how I would describe this particular energy tank. But I might be a tad bit biased. You think you could just touch it? Or is it the fact that I'm having blinkiness? We discussed this problem earlier. I think the trick is to fall off as a ball and then roll over at like just the right time. We don't even technically need this. But I feel like I'd be letting y'all down now if I don't get it. How the hell did I get this as a kid? Did I even know this fucking thing was here as a kid? Probably not. If I'd have found Kraid's room unassisted, I'd have probably shit my pants. The music already had me on fucking edge, boys. Now this ain't right. That is like this. Let's try it something clever. Let's do... Okay, what I tried to do was I tried to hold left. Maybe they want you to bomb your way up there. I wonder if... Okay, let's try this. We'll get up here. We'll get up here. We'll do this. No, don't unball. God damn it, Samus. When you turn it to the Mario, you gotta commit. Okay, so there you go. Now when you're showing this off to your girlfriends, you'll know how to get that E-Tank in one try. You'll notice the spooky music stopped, at least until we leave this room. Now, we could crawl our ass back up out of here, but I'm willing to sacrifice all that newfound energy to up a warp. Boop, 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 boop. One more time. I'm telling you, son, Daft Punk. There ain't no way they don't know nothing about Samus Aran. And there's no way to fact check that because it has so many double, triple, quadruple, penta negatives, son. Somebody get the announcer from Dota in here to yell about that penta negative. Okay. There's two things left to do. We gotta get the ice beam. Unfortunate, true. Then we gotta march our ass to Torian, the final zone. And now that we've killed the two mini bosses, we can waltz our ass in there and fucking slap Mother Brain right upside the head like she's Scarlet from Final Fantasy VII. Don't worry, we'll get full energy beforehand. Gee whiz, y'all. I'm technically safer than I was at the beginning of the game because I got the Varia suit and the wave beam and the screw attack. So even though my energy's so low, you've already seen me traipse through here practically asshole naked. So does anyone get one of them Skyrim modders or them Resident Evil 2 modders to make me an asshole naked Samus NES sprite? Just leave the helmet on her. And I mean, one of her hands has to be a gun. And she might as well have shoes on because, you know, if I'm going to watch a lady run asshole naked through a planet fighting monsters, I mean, I don't want the whole time to be like, man, that must hurt her feet. Boys, that ground's right raggedy, son. And Mother Brain just put in a new gravel driveway. Boom. Now the yellow zoomers are invincible, but the red zoomers can be screw attacked. It's true. We don't need... I mean, I have more missiles than I will ever use the rest of the playthrough, more than likely. The way you kill a Metroid is you have to freeze it with the ice beam, and while it's still frozen, hit it with 5 missiles. Or 1 super missile, if you're spoiled and playing Super Metroid. Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to play a good Metroid game? You wanted to play one of the only objectively perfect video games ever made? Well then, go right ahead. I'll be here playing busted old ass original Metroid like an adult. Somebody's gotta play it. And unfortunately, that someone's gotta be me, son. Okay, God, isn't it good to be powerful and vengeful? They're the 2 greatest attributes a human can hope to achieve. Alright, so way back when we first got bombs, we were supposed to come back to here, bomb that floor. Now, I believe I actually found this ice beam myself. Once I learned that there were spots you could bomb, like you had to go through the whole game just bombing every spot. Look, this game has a lot of nostalgia for me, but don't make me sit here and try to defend it as like a good video game, because it's very flawed. If you don't have the same nostalgia for it, I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe play it a little bit just to get a feel for how it played, but you don't gotta go through the whole game if you don't want to. And if you do, at least use the Justin Bailey code. Ooh, that's something else y'all need to remind me about at the end. See, it's so unsatisfying. Why couldn't they put an icy wave beam in the game? Did they not even think of that? It's so obvious. There must have been. I think they could have done it. The NES, Mr. Gimmick came out on the NES. You telling me they can't put an icy wave beam? By the way, these little fucking gnat creatures, this is like the only room in the game they appear in. So now I can freeze these and jump on them. Good for me. But look! The wave beam would have never taken those fractions of a second. Luckily, missiles will be our main weapon in Torian, so we ain't got to worry about much. And every Metroid you kill usually drops like fucking 30 missiles. It's ridiculous. The regular enemies only drop 2. It's like the difference between buying a pack of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in America and buying them in Canada, son. Did you know that in Canada, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups come 3 to a pack? The whole nation is spoiled, son. Spoiled. Here in America, you got to buy the king size to get 4. And you're paying like twice as much. I'm telling you, they let all that maple syrup go to their heads. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. There's actually been an energy tank that was right in front of us the whole time, just like the shy girl when you take her glasses off and undo her ponytail, and she's secretly hot, apparently. I don't know. I have a hard time differentiating the hotness level between female actresses. But this energy tank was there the whole time. You all were probably screaming at me, even though I couldn't get it without the ice beam. That's why it was dead to me. If you're locked behind the ice beam, son, you don't even exist to me. Okay, you're real fucking cool. Oh, you are real fucking cool because I froze you. Alright, if I spawn this fucking thing. It's right there. Alright, here's the plan. We need to freeze that thing low enough that I can jump on it, but not so low that I can't do that. And look, one more spot of Samus the Hedgehog. Samus Aran would probably have a fairly easy time dealing with Robotnik because one of her arms is a gun. And for some reason, the Sonic, like the not whole freedom fighters, like apparently all of them were convicted felons and couldn't get a fucking gun permit or something. They had that fucking walrus there building all kinds of shit. If he could have just built a gun, it'd have saved them the most trouble. And hell, why not make one for everybody? And then when you finally get King Acorn out of the Nega Zone and cure his turning into a crystallitis, cure his bone-itis, if he starts trying to get uppity with the Monarch, be like, by the way, we all have guns now. And he's like, oh my, oh heavens, oh smashing, I'm returning to the Nega Zone. He was played by Tim Curry. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know King Acorn and Sonic Sat AM was played by Tim Curry, but I knew. At least I hope to God he was. It wasn't Jim Cummings, was. I think Jim Cummings played Robotnik. I don't fucking know who any of these people are. What do I look like? IMDb? Is this thing on? Okay. I can't stop climbing the blue shaft. So, fun fact, this little path to Torian is here, accessible the whole game. But there's a reason you can't normally come here. Unless you're some sort of advanced speedrunner. Which I believe we've proven quite succinctly that we're not. So. Alright. Alright. So, inside this room, there's a acid lava puzzle. So normally there's no way across this. But you'll notice if they pick up in the Elgato's recording, because I noticed they're flickering, there's a statue of Kraid and a statue of Ridley. And as you kill them, you can come here and shoot them, and they go whoop, whoop. And once you've done both, you get a bridge. Now, cool speedrunners get the ice beam, come here, get one of those enemies from the previous room, the swooping one, to come in here with them, because if you transition through the door, they'll go through and hit you. You heard me bitching about it earlier. But they freeze him down there and jump on him and like bomb jump off of him. It's crazy. Watch Summon and Salt's. I have to remember to link the Summon and Salt Metroid video to this one. For those of you who somehow haven't seen it. I can't imagine anyone that watches Tenfey that doesn't know Summon and Salt at least a little bit. Alright. You want to talk about a nervous fucking wreck. First time I got to this area as a little kid, even with all my fucking cheating and hacking. Son. So, it is rather sinister with the gurgly noises and that little wee in the background. Now, as soon as we start scrolling down, a fucking Metroid's going to come a-swinging, and they're horrifying. Son, if it gets a hold of us, you got to wait for it to thunder, but it don't thunder often on Zebus, son. So, you got to bomb and try to blow the thing off of you so that you can ice beam it and destroy it. So, let's do it. Good God. Those things, they just come fucking flying at you. Boom. They also drop a big energy. Alright. So the trick, because they just go woo 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 back and forth, is to like get him just on the edge so he comes around the corner. And then you could just smoke him. It's just like having the side stab. No, my God, blue crabs. Blue crabs! Okay. Oh, we got him. No, the other one's coming. Oh! I didn't shit my pants, did you, kids? Boys, I'm gonna need a sip of the purple. God, I just realized how badly I need to pee, but I won't do it. The integrity. If Samus Aran can pee in that fucking suit while she's killing Metroids, then I can hold my piss while I'm playing as her. And that's respect right there. Okay. Ooh. I like that noise they make. Did you see that? He fucking, like, did some kind of frame-perfect scoot around the corner like he was blue sparking. Now, these doors take 10 missiles, I think. If I was once again your bubble door mechanic from a much earlier scenario in this playthrough, and you showed up with that gold door, I'd be like, hoo-wee! Boys, you might as well just leave your checkbook here. Go ahead and sign all of them. Alright, we're in the Cheerios region. So these fucking things are going to plague us for most of the rest of the game. There's always 3 on screen. They had to one-up the Sith, so there's always 3 of them. So if you can keep them froze, you'll be alright. Anything goes when you're froze, son. It's like having a White Claw. Ooh. We're getting there, boys. Professional Metroid killing. I can't believe we're almost to the end of Metroid. I'm going to release this as one big video, so I hope y'all appreciate it. I can't imagine watching this over time. Oh god, he's gonna thaw. Ooh, we got him. I think if they thaw, you have to start over as far as how many missiles you hit them with. So if you can get past all them things without them getting hung on you and shoot those doors 10 times, you could skip them. But I don't know how the hell you're gonna do it. Oh, I shot him so far away. No, it's a good missile drop too. I'm such a fool. Wait. Ah, oh, if I'd have not fucked that up, I could have jumped up there and got it, and y'all would have thought I was so fucking cool. But that's okay. That was just a 5-shot door. Alright, one last... No, I think there's another Metroid horizontal one, but this one's got them. And the blue. Or the blue. The Cheerios! SpaghettiOs! Fuck you, Metroid son. Oh god, they're tanking for the Metroid son. They're the White Knight Defenders. I need that big energy. Boom. I think we got her, son. We got her on lockdown, boys. I'm telling you, I'm beating off the Metroids with both hands. And one of my hands is a gun, so it's even more impressive. Alright, come around the corner. Oh no! You had to have your boys Ray the Cheerios. Oh god, let's just fucking cheese it, boys! Get this fucking door open! Oh god! Okay, luckily they don't persist through the door. Whew. No, we have to kill every Metroid. How am I going to go back there and demand a paycheck and I ain't killed every Metroid? Now, we are very lucky because there is no reason why they didn't get hung on us right then except some sort of room loading shenanigans. But it was all part of my plan, son. Advanced Metroid hunting techniques. If old Southern man wrote a guide to fighting Metroids, he's like, hooey, what you want to do is run in the door, and while you've got some sort of semblance of invincibility, just to freeze all them Metroids, and then, boy, howdy, you get you 5 missiles, and I guarantee it's going to be a good time. What are you hiding in the floor? The ladies in France, we've already talked about them. Oh no, he was the boy! Ray the Metroid! Tyrell the Metroid hid in the floor so that Ray would have a chance to suckle on the juicy teat that is our entire body. Alright, Tyrell, you got to fight me 1v1 now. Boys, Tyrell can just not do shit if he ain't got Ray. It's like the opposite of that movie Hancock. Alright, we're coming up on the last room in the game. Now here's what we're about to deal with. There are barriers that are like bio-organic and regenerate if we don't deep them down quick enough with missiles. We have to get through a series of them while turrets shoot at us and a non-stop wave of those Cheerios come at us. And then at the end, we'll see Mother Brain, God bless her heart, in her fucking kosher deal pickle jar. And we've got to shoot 33 missiles into her. And then we got to get the hell out of here before this place fucking blows up. We can do it, boys. So easy, even the kids. It's like the 4th, even the kids. That's too many, even for me. In a Tenfey playthrough. Alright, the thing is, when we start shooting that barrier, we want to not be interrupted because... Oh, God damn it. Because the more shots we miss, the longer we go not shooting it, the faster it'll regenerate. Okay, good. So ideally, you want to always have those things fucking frozen so you ain't got to deal with them. But it's not always an option. Alright, that one actually gives us, if we get hit, we won't fly off the platform because it's right in front of our face the whole time. To use that analogy again. Alright, we're just going to raw dog this one, boys. I have full confidence. Oh no! Don't waste missiles! Okay, good. Missiles are basically bombs that are propelled. And if we waste them, they're not being used wisely. Oh no, I shot 2 to heaven. That's the 2 I poured out for my boy Peppy. Ah, okay, we're getting there. Unfortunately, the Cheerios don't drop energy or missiles, so... There she is! Fucking little shop of horrors ass bitch. I seen Catman. Alright. There's 1 frozen Cheerio. Okay. 1, 2... Okay. Oh, come on, Samus, sweetheart, honey. Okay, if we can get... we're gonna have to strategically fucking freeze these things in different regions. Oh, that would have been perfect. Okay, good. I don't want to go there. No! Why did I have to do the double? Margaret, say why? Okay. Now, come on, Ben. This is fucking... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you stand right there, you get hit and you take substantial damage. So, unfortunately, we're not just going to get all up in Mother Brain's face and talk shit. No, the screw attack is hurting us. We became too promiscuous. We became too liberated with the screw attack, and it's destroyed everything. Son, what a metaphor. Okay, good. We can... Oh, God, this is not tedious at all, kids. It's a good game design. Gunpei Yokoi's a hero. Okay, good. We got back up here. Jesus. Freeze. Okay, good. Good. Okay, maybe we can just deeps this fucking thing down before they thaw. I'm trying to, like, frame space them out. Nope, we couldn't do it. Alright, you froze. Just get a few in there. Sneak a few little missiles in. Little one-cheek sneak missiles. Damn it! Okay, froze. Froze. Good. Good. WarioWare Mega Micro Games prepared me for just this moment. Oh, is she dead? Yes, boys! She's gone! And she won't come back as a huge gangly T-Rex monster. Okay, we've got 999 roughly seconds to climb up this thing. Now, I'm perfectly calm and not about to piss my pants at all, but little me, the first time he got here, was like, oh God, oh Jesus. And my mom popped her head in and she's like, oh, looks like there weren't a code for infinite time, was there? Loser. My mom would actually never say that to me. God bless her heart. Son. God bless her heart. Mom, if you're watching this, son, don't worry. You taught me what infinite meant when I was playing Metroid, and that made all the difference. And just like that, boom. Easiest fucking game on the NES? Maybe. Boys, can you believe it? Samus Aran was secretly a woman. Son, how does she fit them big titties in that suit of armor? It must use the same technology that the Maru Mori Morph Ball uses, son. Alright, I have to get up and pee, y'all. Like, there's no getting around it. So y'all finish watching the credits, and then I'm going to show you a couple of little bonus things at the end. So, you know, hang in there. It's not over till Gunpei Yokoi's name scrolls across the screen, boys. God damn it, I'm hung in the controller cable. Oh, the credits are over. Good. Son, check it out. This game basically is the Invented New Game Plus. So as soon as you beat the game and press start, it restarts. You'll see I have my starting energy. I have no missiles, but all the other power-ups I collected, the screw attack, the Maru Mari, the bombs, the ice beam, even the Varia suit. You'll notice, oh, and by the way, we're Suitless Samus, boys. Look at them gams. Ain't nobody I want rescuing me from the Metroid Menace than a lady in a leotard, son. If Cammy from Street Fighter shows up, hot damn, she'll Spyro Drive Smasher the shit out of Ridley. Anyway, so you could just play through the whole game again and, you know, have fun, share a few laughs. Now, anyway, so this is one way to get Samus suitless. You have to beat the game in less than, is it 2 hours? How long did it take me? Like an hour and a half? So let's reset the game real quick. Alright, so first of all, if you just want to play as Suitless Samus, like a new game with Suitless Samus without all the other stuff and play through the whole game, You just enter all zeros except 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it like that? It's either that or the 2s are shifted over. Yeah, I may have it wrong. No, that's it. All those zeros with those 2 2s in there, son. If 2 the Rant Griffin is playing, he always plays Suitless Samus. Now you can see what she normally looks like without the various suit. Because I hate to be the one to break this to you if you happen to be Andrew Dobson and you're watching this, but Samus's natural hair color is not green. Oh god, a little air right in the middle of talking down to somebody on the internet. Also, a little bit harder to buy the Maru Mori Morph Ball ability when you're Suitless Samus. Because, you know, I could think, like in the Prime game, she like becomes energy and then like the sphere slaps together or something. So I don't fucking know. But anyway, that's how you play as regular Suitless Samus. Now let's do a couple more. Another reset. Alright, obviously the most famous code for this game is you put in the name Justin Bailey. Let's see, and I believe you fill the rest with dashes. Boom. So I actually learned this password. I vaguely remember it. I was in like 2nd grade or something, and I was on the school bus riding home and talking about that game Metroid and how I was having the hardest time beating it. And it was an older kid, and he told me this Justin Bailey code, and I put it in. And for some reason, I have max missiles, 255. I have 5 energy tanks. Of course, they're not full. I don't think any password starts you with full energy. I've got the wave beam, the screw attack, and the Varia suit. And for some reason, you're here in Norfair. Now, I believe it's been proven that it's just a coincidence that this password works. Like, it's not some special... Because there are special passwords coded into the game. I'm going to show you one here in a second. But, now, when I was a kid, the dumb thing that went around the playground was that Bailey was slang in some probably European country for a bathing suit. And so this is Samus just in Bailey. But I also believe that's been debunked as well. Somebody check Snopes. So I don't know. Now, I thought as a kid that Justin Bailey was the name of this character. Because, I mean, what the hell did I know? I was a little kid. I had an Atari 2600 and an NES. And, like, the internet, I had no idea what the internet was, son. I wasn't dialing into ARPANET to share my university books. But, I believe I was having a discussion with the same older kid on another day, and I was like, yeah, whenever I play Metroid, I gotta play as Justin Bailey. Like, I can't beat the game as the robot guy. That's what I called Samus, because, you know, I didn't know who the hell the character... I didn't even know the character was named Samus. And the guy was like, you dumb shit, it's the same character. It's the woman in that suit. And, like, I don't know, the school bus must have stopped at my stop. And then the driver just pushed me out in a catatonic state, like the guy in Ernest Saves Christmas that falls so horrified out of Ernest's cab at the airport. But anyway, there's that. Let's do another restart. Okay. Now this is a password I didn't learn about till way later in the internet age, and I believe most people didn't either. I've never heard a word of this password breathe. But if you put in Narpus sword. I'll take Narpus sword for 800. I don't even know if you have to put in the dashes or if you can just put that in and press start. Let's try it. Okay, it worked. So this, it's either Narpus sword because of the space, or it's NAR password. But as you can see, we've got some kind, it's basically the ice beam, but shooting the wave beam projectile as a like straight line, not in the wave pattern. We've got the Maru Mori. We have infinite missiles. There's no missile counter. We have infinite missiles. We're in the Various suit, and we can't die. Our energy never drops below 30. So, some people have theorized that Narpus Sword stands for NAR password, and NAR may stand for North American release, because I believe the Japanese version of this game is on the disk system and had a save feature and not passwords, which means this password wouldn't have been in the original Japanese release. So, if you are planning on trying this game out because you saw your Uncle Tenfey playing it and you just want to see what it feels like, I'd recommend using Justin Bailey or even this Narpus Sword password, just to get a feel for the game, you know. I believe we could go straight to Mother Brain too. I don't know if we have to go kill bosses or not. Alright, and then there's one last password I want to show y'all. Alright. I think somebody must have tried this on a whim, but for some reason, if you put... And it fits because it's, you get like 6... what is it? 8 letter spaces? 1, 2, 3... No, 6 letter space, or 4 6-letter spaces. Engage... Ridley. Can you guess? Kids at home, can you guess the rest of the password? Mother. Ma, if you are watching this playthrough, no, you don't have to watch this part. As if I haven't been swearing and blaspheming like a sailor the whole video. Ah, God bless that woman's heart. Engage Ridley, motherfucker. So on the NES, for some reason, the checksum of the game's password system acknowledges that password, because if you just put in gibberish, it just does an error and says like incorrect password, and you have to go back and, you know, fix whatever mistake you made. Because spoilers, that password system is awful to actually use in the game, because like you can't differentiate between the O's and the zeros, and it's just a fucking mess. But apparently if you try it on the NES Classic, like it just makes it shit the bed. I'm going to assume the whole console is brick, son. It's Gunpei Yokoi's revenge. Boys, at least he didn't make me shit my pants like Montezuma would have.